John's in Washington, D.C. John, so a little bit more detail now on the story. 3 drones shot down over Iran. What are you hearing from U.S. officials there, if anything, at this stage?
Well, Darren, this all happened late Thursday night. It's now about 2 o'clock in the morning, Washington time. So the administration is certainly up. There are people at the Pentagon, at the State Department, at the White House who are surely fielding all of this information right now. But they haven't come out with any statement so far. We do expect that in the coming hours. But U.S. officials have confirmed to U.S. media that this was an Israeli strike, that the U.S. did have warning on Thursday that within 24 to 48 hours there would be a strike. And we were told that in the previous couple of days that it was likely this would happen after Passover, which starts on Monday. So this is sooner than that. And there was discussion between the U.S. and Israel of what the options might be. Some of those options were striking Iranian proxies outside of Iran. And while this strike seems to have been fairly limited, it was on Iranian soil. So the Israelis appear to have taken a middle ground on that. But the important point here, I think, is that the U.S. had been counseling both sides to de-escalate this conflict, and Israel went ahead with a strike in any case.
John, I mean, would the Biden administration have received any warning from the Israelis that they were about to carry out some kind of retaliatory strike against Iran?
Yes, the U.S. is definitely the biggest sponsor of the Israeli military program, donating millions of dollars each year for that. And there are strings to that. And generally, the Israelis would tell the U.S., and indeed, we are told by U.S. officials, that that did occur, that the U.S. was given notice. The U.S. official says that the U.S. didn't endorse or support this effort. The U.S. didn't participate in it, but that it was made aware. Lloyd Austin, the defense secretary, spoke to Yoav Gallant, his counterpart in Israel earlier in the day. We don't know if that's where the U.S. got the notice that this strike was coming, but it was certainly discussed because the U.S. has been warning Israel that whatever it does, it should not escalate this conflict. President Biden has been saying, take the win to Benjamin Netanyahu. And that would apparently seem to mean don't launch a strike or don't launch a major strike. So I think in the coming hours, we'll find out just how big that strike was and whether that is likely to mean that there will be another response from Iran, which, of course, would be an escalation, which is the last thing the Biden administration wants. Darren.
All right, so John Hendren, live for us there in Washington, D.C. John, thank you for that.